Okay, I should be live now. Ivy spied. Yes, hi, I am here. Nice to talk to you and be here visually. Go my attack hounds. What? Why? Why have I incurred the wrath of your attack hounds? What did I do? Cue the Doctor Who title theme. It's not in this playlist, unfortunately. Hi everyone. Welcome one and all to my editing stream again. I'm not done with the video yet. I would like to be, but that's not how things go yet. I'm gonna... I mean, basically just, I still have, like, sprites to add to things, so... That's gonna be a major part of the stream. I gotta add some of my emotes. Hello, hi, nice to see you. Here on this day where nothing has happened, kisses you sloppy style. Hey, look, it's really hard to commentate when I'm being kissed sloppy style by cute girls. You must understand that. Now, where did I leave off in this, thing? I think it was just about here.
Or maybe just shopping around every game company you can find who will pay you money to make an episode, but why would the gaming industry do something cynical like that? Ahem. First, let's start with the first batch of episodes released on December 10th, 2024.
Yeah, this is just gonna be a very low-key stream.
Oh boy, the first episode of this video game anthology show is about a tabletop game. The volume is either really quiet or really loud with no in-between.
Where are jukeboxes? Where are my graphics? There they are. I'm up quiet sometimes because I'm at work. It is slow, so I'll also be writing. That's fine, you know, this is just a day for us all to do stuff and get our work done and whatnot, you know? I like having these days. I missed having it last week, but I was just really tired. Where are your jukeboxes, Ivy? Somewhere.
Oh boy, the first episode of this video game anthology show is about a tabletop.
Let's get the timing on this. This calls for a starry eye.
A tabletop game.
I said I'd do a spot of housework when I'm determined to finally get some of my own work done during one of these streams. Heck yeah! I believe in you. You can do this.
The volume is either really quiet or really loud with no in-between, and it's way too darkly lit. I can barely see anything. On top of that, it's got an uncanny, hyper-realistic style. It has a pretty fun gimmick of being from the perspective of an NPC that gets adopted by the D&D
I don't think I need to have my
becomes a part of the
sprites on this
party.
part.
You've got a wizard that's way too aggressive and tries to use fireball too much, a super chill dwarf, the paladin that actually wants to get shit done, and an orc barbarian that wasn't into the roleplay at all and just liked the combat. It starts with a person being taken to a dungeon, and it ends with a dragon. Truth in advertising. But it ends before you get to see them kill the dragon. Boo. If you want to watch a D&D adaptation, just watch The Legend of Vox Machina. It's also on Prime Video and way better in every way. Or just watch Asterion fan cams on TikTok. Enjoy that top spot in the leaderboard for now.
Okay, let's see, what can I don't think this is an Angie thing, but, I'm gonna end with the sweat drop. Maybe I should have the sweat drop first and then the tide. Why don't we get to see someone attempt to fuck the dragon? Because Shrek already did that. We can't just do the same thing Shrek
Or just
did.
watch Asterion fan cams on TikTok.
Oh yeah, I think the new Critical Role campaign was announced since the last editing stream. Oh really? How's that going?
Enjoy that top spot in the leaderboard for now, D&D. It won't last.
I rolled a 1. Fuck.
Still love that gag. Alright, we got that part down. Yeah, working on this, I've been wondering if I should, like, split this into parts. Like, having the recap of, like, all the other secret level episodes in one video, and then my Mega Man analysis in another follow-up. But I don't know if I want to do that. I think I kind of like when it's just all together.
Now, visually, this episode is incredible. It has so many varied art styles, a cel-shaded style reminiscent of Arcane, some black and white sketchy hand-drawn parts, a fight scene in bisexual lighting. The action is exciting, and they do a lot of cool things with the protagonist, I assume Sifu, regenerating each time he dies and growing older each time. I love this sassy old lady he interacts with. Her interactions with Sifu are so
Conclusion:
fun and
Shrek
make me
is a better
emotional.
D&D movie.
Felt like a full
Yes.
story. This way.
Wait, no, I'm with Raven. That was in Witcher 2. Really? Okay. Witcher could have gotten an episode, but they also have, like, that whole Netflix series. From what I've heard on YouTube, Benelux, probably not. Last I heard, they were longer videos. Yeah, I just want to be done with this. I mean, I love working on. I want to have something out. I've been working on this the entire year, literally.
Play the Game Award. Fun and make me emotional. It felt like a full story. This wins the Makes Me Wanna Play the Game Award. Oh boy,
New World.
Uncanny Valley realism again.
When did Secret Level Mega Man come out again? December 17th of last year.
Oh boy! Uncanny... Oh boy! Uncanny Valley realism again. But it's worse. Uncanny Valley realism again.
Also, question, it's probably explained somewhere in the game, but why is Sifu called Sifu? That's not a name, that's a Chinese word for teacher. Look, I know. As if they called the game Sensei.
Uncanny Valley realism again. But it's worse. This...
Okay, wait, hang on.
Uncanny Valley realism again.
Pretty sure the MC doesn't train anyone. I still need to play the game to find out. What song is this? Oh, Chill Toho Beats You and Owen was her, right, yeah.
Oh boy!
I added some new stuff to the playlist since last time.
Oh boy, Uncanny Valley realism again. But it's worse. This is the wacky story of a deeply douchey guy, voiced by the former governor of California, trying to colonize an island where everyone has infinite extra lives, alongside his one-armed sidekick. Unlike in the Sifu episode, the cycle of death and resurrection in this is entirely played for laughs, and it is quite funny seeing this terrible man get killed gruesomely in ways I probably shouldn't show on YouTube. Arnold Schwarzenegger does a hilarious performance as King Elstrom, although he kinda moves and acts like Xavier Renegade Angel. The ending was very sweet, and it felt like a full story. That's more than can be said for some of these.
Damn, he got hit with Toho Brain hard. They have a lot of really good songs. I've had Toho Brain for a while. I just finally have an excuse to unleash it because I've actually played the game.
More Uncanny Valley, but it's lessened when I just look at the cube robots that the humans and aliens are fighting in these extremely unreal tournaments. These robots are so well designed and expressive, it's amazing. I was rooting for them to kill all the humans in Uprising. This didn't make me want to play Unreal Tournament, but it did make me want to play Ultra Kill. Hearing the announcer narrating every kill was a highlight.
Oh right, yeah, I put music over this part actually.
Really cool battle suits and energetic animation and cool areas. Slightly better lit than the D&D one, and there's a lot of cool tech light sources. This is kinda just a lot of walking and staring and bloody carnage, though. It's mostly cool looking bloody carnage, but there's not much in terms of story. The episode starts out saying, "In the grim darkness of the future, there is only war," and the episode took that extremely literally by having the whole thing just be a battle in a war. Cool looking battle, but just a battle. And a kid dying and coming back as a blood ghost. My biggest problem with this, though, is it's another episode based on something that's not a video game. You could argue that D&D and Warhammer both have a lot of video games in its franchise, and it's kind of specifically about the video game Space Marine 2, but Spider-Man also has a really good video game. Should Spider-Man get a secret level episode? A battle in a war. Cool looking battle, but just a battle. And a kid dying and
Okay, this is where we throw in the frustrated face.
My biggest problem with this, though, is it's another episode based on something that's not a video game. You could argue that D&D and Warhammer both have a lot of video games in its video game.
Okay, Sweat Drop, I think.
Can argue that D&D and Warhammer both have a lot of video games in its franchise, and it's kind of specifically about the video game Space Marine 2.
You know, I still kind of disagree with you on this, but I'll admit this much, calling the 40K episode based on Space Marine 2 is generous. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going off of what you and the wiki said. This is a regular mission our protagonist did years before the game. Yeah, it seems they're
2,
going for...
but Spider-Man also has a really good video game.
They're kind of going for a bit of, like, like, origin thing for a lot of these, but...
Should Spider-Man get a secret video game? Should Spider-Man get a secret level episode? Does Spider-Man get a seat at the table with Spelunky? No! No! It's like if you had a show adapting Spelunky? No!
Now, see, that would be way more cool. Show us who he was before he was recruited as a Space Marine. Oh, that would have been neat, actually.
It's like if you had
Showing how this war actually affects people, and
a show adapting great pieces of literature, and it included Sherlock Holmes, The Great Gatsby, This Is How You Lose the Time War, and Mickey Mouse. Oh, but Mickey Mouse has been in a lot of books, you say? But
that would have been fun and interesting. You can still have Marines do cool fighting, but have a human kid there that they save and recruit. Yeah, I mean, that would have been nice. Uh, I feel overall that Secret Level had a lot of potential that they just tried not to live up to. Also, guess what song decided to show up
that's
in the
not his
playlist?
main gig, and we all know that.
When they announced this episode was going to be a dark take on Pac-Man, many people...
Oh, they should have done a Metal Gear episode. That would have been neat. I know if Kojima would go with that.
But I was actually excited, because I think Pac-Man lends itself really well to a dark take. It's literally about a guy being chased endlessly through a maze by the undead and then devouring them. You really don't need...
Oh, there's no end to the actually iconic games they just didn't touch. Yeah, I mean... I really want to know, like, what the thought process behind choosing what games to adapt was. There had to be, like, a long list of things that they wanted to do, but they couldn't. I hate Captain Laserhawk to bits, but it's a better celebration of Ubisoft's franchise than this. Yeah, I love Captain Laserhawk! Also, hi, Socks friends. Excuse me, I have to go punch a wall because of what they did to Jade. I don't understand entirely what happened to you, but but I feel your pain. It's whoever gave them money. Look, I know it can't just be that. It can't just be that. I feel like there was something else, but I don't know what it was.
When they announced this episode was going to be a dark take on Pac-Man, many people were skeptical, but I was actually excited, because I think Pac-Man lends itself really well to a dark take. It's literally about a guy being chased endlessly through a maze by the undead and then devouring them. You really don't need to change much to make that edgy and scary. This episode doesn't really do much with that idea. It takes the base idea of a guy trapped in what is supposed to be a labyrinth, but really just looks like a normal post-apocalyptic setting, and having to eat to survive. They mentioned the labyrinth is filled by ghosts, but the ghosts don't really show up for most of it. When one does show up, they don't even fight or eat it, they just talk about doing that. The ghosts don't even look like ghosts. I mean, if anything, the Chosen looks...
Oh, it's simple. They threw her into a sexy dress and killed her off almost immediately. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That really does suck.
The ghosts don't even look like ghosts. I mean...
When you think about it, Pac-Man is terrifying. That's what I'm saying! They could have easily made this into a dark reimagining of that idea. They just didn't do that.
If anything, the Chosen looks more like a ghost. Wait. Wait, do the Chosen?
Yeah, the secret level isn't really about Puck or whatever dark Pac-Man goes by. Yeah, it's Puck. But, like... I mean, it doesn't even need to be about that. It could just be about the ghosts. Like, I feel like if they just actually made it like... I feel like if they were too focused on actually making it an advertisement for the new game, that they didn't do as much as they could have with the idea, you know? I hate to go right when a really awesome song comes on, but I need to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. I'm back to the computer. I thought the SCP game was cancelled. Is there like a level where they're just ghosts also?
Wait, do the Chosens become the ghosts? Well, that question is not answered in this episode.
Also, I didn't mean that, I didn't mean that the Bellhop game was canceled. I meant the SCP game.
Chosens become the ghosts? Well, that question is not answered in this episode, but it might be answered in Shadow. Not answered in this episode, but it might be answered in Shadow Labyrinth, the new edgy Pac-Man reboot game that this episode was secretly a trailer for. Which makes it feel way less cool knowing that. I thought I was experiencing art, but I was just being advertised to. All of this is advertising. Well, I at least want some illusion that it's not.
Alright,
I was really disappointed to find out this wasn't about that board game from the 70s.
Chapter 2 has one antagonist. She's very clearly a ghost girl, so awesome! You didn't tell me there were girls in this. I'm looking this up. The most high-profile cancellation was the Unity reimagining of the original game, which was canceled because the main dev had health complications. That's probably what I was thinking of. Wait, Dark Deception is free? At least the first chapter of it. It looks like the other ones are paid. Okay, I think I might need to check this out. Or JukeBox might. Oh, that's who Bierce is, okay. The one who danced with Baldy that one time. Whoop.
I was really disappointed to find out this wasn't about that board game from the 70s. I don't know what this game... really disappointed to find out this wasn't about that board game from the 70s. I don't know what this game is, but based on the episode, it looks like a pretty generic military shooter with a pretty generic military story. This is way too darkly lit, but I like the relationship between the protagonist and the voice in his head. It's got some cool giant robot fights. Hey, isn't this game supposed to have lesbians? You're thinking of Signalis. Or is it Signalis? Well, I think this should have lesbians. You think everything should have lesbians. Am I wrong? Anyway, this wins the...
I need to re-record that bit.
Award.
I did more of this than I thought I had.
The episodes were released a week after all these on December 17th, which also happened to be the anniversary of the first Mega Man game. Coincidence? Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Oh yeah, I hear it. Right, yeah, I remember. This is the part I did, the Stupendium part.
About capitalism was based on.
Oh, honestly, did not read the colony policy. Also, yes, that was a remix of You Wouldn't Know, that was playing earlier.
Oh hey, it's that game that Stupendium song about capitalism was based on.
No, honestly.
Do not read the colony policy that defined you as company property.
Pretty uncanny valley, but at least I can see what things are. And we follow a quirky Tom Holland Spider-Man-esque protagonist that clearly did not read the colony policy that defined him as company property. He falls in love with a girl on the colony who gets promoted to another planet, and then gets put through terrible, inhumane experiments. And then, even worse, it turns out his crush is an evil capitalist who wants to stop safety regulations. This episode is fun, though, and for a show about games, fun is hard to come by. It would be better if they actually had the Stupendium song in it, though. Wins
The Polony Colony. Dang it, the fucking Polony Colony. I'm never living that down.
Game Award.
Oh, right, yeah, this part.
Oh, this is a Mega Man one. We're skipping this one for now.
I love that bit still.
Again, with the audio mixing problems. Besides that, it's a decent sci-fi story using...
I'm not mad about the Polony Colony. I just keep forgetting about it, and then I get like surprised with the idea.
Like one of the characters died in a fiery, tragic explosion, and then Amazon gave me a Roomba commercial immediately. Not really a fan of this narrator. I kind of wish they just had the characters like talk about stuff. This game isn't out yet as of writing this, and this episode doesn't really make me want to check it out. Another episode about respawning, and for a roguelike game like Spelunky where you have to play it a bunch of times, I think that's a good direction to go with.
Yeah, it was, you wouldn't know.
Style, which is nice because Spelunky is one of the cartoonier games.
And this is Splashmoon's theme.
Another episode about respawning, and for a roguelike game like Spelunky where you have to play it a bunch of times, I think that's a good direction to go with. It also has a nice cel-shaded art style, which is nice because Spelunky is one of the cartoonier games on here. A young spelunker is being mentored by a veteran explorer who helps her deal with the cycle of death and rebirth. Really compelling and well-done emotional stuff, and the characters are likable to boot. Really shows the beauty of the cavern they're exploring. It uses the theme of respawning really well, telling that dying in a game is not just the end of something, it's the start of a new adventure. A new chance to try again. It's wonderful. Wins the Makes Me Want to Play the Game award.
What do you think of Undertale? I'm asking because I might buy it. Undertale's awesome. I'm a big fan of Undertale. I've been playing through Deltarune, and it's lovely, and you know, Toby Fox is a genius game developer. Everyone should play Undertale, frankly. Everyone should be entitled to at least one Undertale experience.
Now this episode was surprisingly good. It feels like they were going for a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe, and it makes it really fun, but also dramatic. Character designs are interesting, and the scenery is gorgeous. It's even well lit. I love the energy here. This totally wins the Makes Me Want to Play the Game award. In fact, let me look it up right now. What can I play it on? Oh, it was a multiplayer-only game, and they shut down the servers. They shut down the servers 3 months before this episode came out. They shut down the servers exactly 2 weeks after the game came out. So nobody can play it. I hate the video game industry. The ending where they make a point about nobody being sure the main character's made it out alive was accidentally prophetic. This episode forgoes the hyper-realism for more of an anime-esque style that looks really good. It centers around
I think we're getting to the end of where we left off.
Living city. They're really creative with the way the city builds itself around.
You're done with your homework now? Alright, awesome! Welcome back, Septupulanti.
They're having a very thought-provoking philosophical conversation about free will, about how big the divide between man and machine truly is. Past, present, and future, and also the nature of games themselves. A novel concept for a show about games. Probably the most beautiful episode so far. I would say this also wins the Makes Me Want to Play the Game award.
Playtime, fulfillment.
Now on to the final episode. It's called Playtime. So of course it's about PlayStation, which feels weird. Why didn't they just call it PlayStation? Were they not allowed to use the PlayStation brand name or something? Even though they used all these characters and the logo is everywhere? That's weird. This is weird. This episode takes place in a world
Still
where most people
stand
have
by
these
this is
devices
weird.
called Buddy Bots. Sort of an augmented reality toy that turns everyday life into a video game with rewards and microtransactions. And a guy named Johnny, who's probably from some kind of game, gives her a weird flubber creature that lets her game be way more fun. And she does an Akira slide, which the Buddy Bots do not appreciate. This episode is themed around various PlayStation games.
Bring on the safe margins.
Helldivers, a Colossus, Kratos, Sackboy. Some kind of metaphor, I think, about microtransactions taking over games and making things less fun than they used to be, and the joy that true playtime can bring. A nice enough sentiment for the finale of this show.
I'm still weirded out by the stupid streamer cameo from Johnny. Yeah, that was weird, but
felt like it understood why people like games.
I assume it was just a video game character I didn't know about.
Now we've got a general idea of what the rest of the series is like. So time for the one episode I actually came here to talk about. Mega Man Start. It's about time. I think this video is already longer than the episode. It'll be even longer if you don't stop snarking and play the B-roll.
Alright, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's kind of a start, but yeah, not entirely.
Mega Man Start was directed by Alex Beatty, who alongside directing the Exodus episode of Secret Level, also directed the LDR episode Life Hutch, a chilling and beautifully shot short film based on a Harlan Ellison story about Michael B. Jordan hiding from a killer robot that detects movement, which I have no doubt would be equally effective if the robot in question had a spinning top on its head. The episode's writer, Jeff Uhas, was a story editor on every episode of Secret Level, but didn't work on LDR before. He did, however, do some work on the Batman Telltale games, and wrote a movie called Warden. The episode proper starts out with Dr. Light doom-scrolling on his iPad as the news tells us that Dr. Wily has sent Metal Man to attack Mega City, and wow!
If I recall correctly, got to the what is a roll segment. I see.
Adaptation changes to discuss. First of all, Mega City. This is a name for Mega Man's hometown that has appeared in a few
I'll just keep playing
before,
until we get to that point.
Dreamwave and Archie comics. But in those stories, it was always the case that the city was renamed that in Mega Man's honor, which cannot be the case now because this episode is a Mega Man origin story. It stands to reason that in this canon, Mega Man instead was named after the city, but they never really explain where his name came from in this episode, or even call him that, ever? So this is just odd. Secondly, the first robot mentioned to be converted by Dr. Wily was Metal Man, who in the games was one of the robots Wily built himself in Mega Man 2, while everything else implies this episode takes place during Mega Man 1. I don't hate this change, but it feels weird when it's like the only thing in this episode that's taken from a different game than Mega Man 1. If the story ever gets expanded on, I wonder if Mega Man would be fighting against a lot of different robots from across the series, but I digress.
At this point, we're just doing a watch party of my unfinished video together.
Sporting a fashionable shirt with his designation number on it and a collar that makes his head look way smaller than it is, and he is extremely eager to help like the good boy he is. Dr. Light solemnly tells him to open the doors to unleash
I'm just looking at Toho,
The
Yuri on my phone while I wait to get to where we were.
But in this show, they saw fit to turn him into a hulking behemoth about the size of an Eva.
Maybe this will shield him from outside signals, keep Wily from infecting his cognitive circuit.
So how long does it take Wily's virus to turn him evil?
Okay, man, I feel like I should write out the text thing here. Where's the... Just need to go into the episode and count.
wily from infecting his cognitive circuit.
Okay, it starts there.
The others?
And then...
It's one of Wiley's, and it's going for the cerebral controller.
Yeah, that was, 57 seconds and 56. Yeah, this is Bad Apple.
Alright, kid, that's enough. Get off the machine. Hey, you listening? What?
This is for your own good.
Nothing abnormal about this music. This is just the soundtrack to normal video game Polybius. Now that I've played, now that I've listened, now that I've learned how to do gradients in text, now everything is way fancier. Why do I have the sudden urges to obey an arcade machine? I don't know. Happens sometimes. I can do gradients on shadows? Better not. Has never played Polybius and can hear barely the music because I'm on my bad ear, but there's a good reason you haven't played Polybius. This is actually from Siva Gunner. This is a Polybius rip from Siva Gunner.
What did you put in him, fucking McAfee?
Do I have sound effect? Do I have like the Mega Man sound effect library in here? I don't think I do. Alright. Yeah, it's PS4 exclusive. Not the reason I was thinking of, but yeah. It's not PS4 exclusive, it's also on Steam. You could play it on Steam. That's where how I played it. The Lamasoft version, anyway.
I'm evil.
That's good.
So how long does it take Wily's virus to turn him evil? What did you put in him, fucking McAfee?
Yeah, it is. I think I could change the timing on that. This work. Hey, Ivy, yeah, what?
So how long does it take Wily's virus to turn him evil? Why did you...
Hey, Ivy, do you know about John McAfee? Well, yeah. Of course I do. I understand.
So how long does it take Wily's virus to turn him evil? Why did you put in him fucking Wily's virus to turn him evil? Why did you put in him fucking McAfee? Not yet Mega Man Rock is voiced by Alkeo Tila, a 14-year-old actor at the time of recording.
Really hope
who,
I
from what
pronounced
can
that
tell,
name
has
correctly.
mostly done roles in kids' films and shows like playing Justin's son Roman on Wizards of Waverly Place, and being the current voice of Peter Parker on Spidey and His Amazing Friends, which makes me really want them to do a Marvel vs. Capcom short or something with his two characters meeting. Mega Man has had a lot of voice actors over the years, and so far they've all approached the character in different ways. We all have our preferences, but I really liked his performance in this one. He was leaning more towards the little boy voice a lot of VAs try to go for, which I think fits really well for his take on the character. Feels like a happy medium between Cole Howard's voice for Mega Man Powered Up, and Ruth Shiraishi's voice from Mega Man 8. Luckily, he was clearly given much better voice direction than in that one. He plays Mega Man very well, capturing his precocious good boy essence perfectly. I hope this kid has a long and successful career and that he gets to voice his character some more down the line. Dr. Light, on the other hand, is played by Rick Overton, no relation to that window all my friends who know what politics is are talking about lately, who, from my understanding, is mostly known for doing bit parts in a lot of movies and shows like Willow, Groundhog Day, Adam Ruins Everything, and Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn, a show I'm only bringing up because the name is really fun to say. He seems to be playing Dr. Light with a warm, fatherly voice that I think fits him super well, and he's able to capture his serious moments and the care he feels for Rock perfectly. Rock, obviously sensing the possibility that this is gonna end poorly, points out that if the Bomb Man plan goes south, maybe he can fight. And Dr. Light has some reasonable concerns about sending this kid that can't be more than 10 to fight the Iron Giant.
Guilty Gear Raw, yeah!
You made me to help. Let me help.
I love this song.
Well, maybe Roll can help too.
What the hell is a roll?
Here we are.
Roll, my sister, your daughter. That's why I'm named Rock. It's like a pun, rock and roll.
I think I would remember if I had a daughter with such a ridiculous name.
Okay, I didn't realize that this song started right there, and I was like, wait, I don't remember putting this song in the... I don't remember putting this song in the video, but, like... Now I'm thinking maybe I should. I also put a lot of the songs from Wander Song in here, because it has really good music. Honestly fits. Yeah, it does. It's... Oh yeah, I also put in some music from Dream Barbecue.
Rock doesn't push further than this, but does pout a little while unscrewing his arm to replace it with a really cool blowtorch arm and oh no, evil spider robot thing, which is apparently the way that Wily infects the robots in his canon, which doesn't have any precedent in any Mega Man stories I can think of, but it's probably more interesting cinematically than he just hacked something while we weren't looking. And while Rock displays some really impressive platforming skills...
Sad roll image, yes. I love the sad roll image. She's so pathetic. And Addie drew her so perfectly.
It's no use, and the evil spider robot thing just converts Bomb Man immediately. There is not even a struggle at all. Your antivirus sucks, Light. So Bomb Man absolutely wrecks the lab and Rock along with it, but luckily Rock gets the upper hand because...
I'm surprised I don't have like one of these sprites for like laughing.
He just finds an Ice Slasher adapter on the ground and plugs it into his arm. Good thing that was there. They didn't show it until just now, but it sure came in handy. Why was that even there just
Maybe that's frustrating.
Why was that even there just lying on the ground? What were they planning on making slushies later? So Rock freezes.
Okay,
Lying on the ground. What were they planning on making slushies later? So Rock freezes Bomb Man's arm, causing his bomb to get freeze to him by accident.
Sorry.
And Bomb Man is defeated as his attack strategy blows up in his face. And at this point, I feel like
here's the part. Here's the part that I definitely need to have a thing.
his attack strategy blows up in his...
Wait, not right now.
And at this point, I feel like I should point out that in the game, trying to use an ice attack on Bomb Man does absolutely nothing. But I understand that...
There we go.
I understand that in a cinematic medium, certain things need to be changed. To make things more entertaining for the audience.
Is that? Oh, that's something I'd. That's just
Minuscule
honest.
deviations from the source material do not upset me in the slightest. And minuscule deviations from the source material do not upset me in the slightest.
Okay, is there a way that I could just have her like shaking? Hmm. Turbulent displace, maybe? No, that's not it. Warp stabilize? No. Rolling shutter repair mode? Oh wait, no, that's like a specific thing. Offset. Is there not a wiggle setting? Right, yeah, a wiggle setting, that's what I'm looking for. Also high misgendered. Let me just look up a quick tutorial. I know After Effects I could do this easily, but I don't have After Effects right now. I could just do it manually, and... This is really, tedious, but I mean, I can... It probably works. Wait, but if I decide that the sprite goes in a different spot, then that'll break this entire sequence. Thing. Tedious, but probably works. I could describe editing as a whole. That's true. I'll figure out how to do that later. I think it's not worth worrying about right now. I just want to get all the sprites in the place where they should be right now, and then I can worry about fancy stuff later. One thing at a time, one thing at a time.
Okay, you know what?
I can finally use this one! That's right.
Okay, you know what? Actually, it does bother me. Because it... Okay, you know what? Actually, it does bother me. Because in the game, guess what Bomb Man is actually weak to? Firestorm. What was... Firestorm. Week 2. Firestorm. What was Rock actually shown using before he grabbed the Ice Slasher? A blowtorch! Which makes...
Now I'm gonna make fire happen.
Fire fire happen. I mean, yeah, freezing Bomb Man does sound like something he would do as a potential non-lethal solution to his problem, showcasing that he has a good heart. He doesn't truly want to hurt anyone, but for a reason, Woodman. I own this guidebook for a reason, Woodman, damn it.
You're making fire happen? You should get checked out. That sounds unhealthy. No, it's probably fine. It is Dimension V. You know, weird shit happens. I'm not gonna, like, ignite the atmosphere.
Truly want to hurt anyone, but I own this guidebook for a reason, Woodman, damn it.
Okay, wait. No, that timing is bad.
Hurt anyone, but I own this guidebook for a reason, Woodman, damn it.
Is there even an atmosphere? I mean, I imagine that's how I'm breathing, and I kind of figured all the particles back there were the atmosphere. I think you should be allowed to ignite the atmosphere as a treat. I mean, that sounds great, but no, it doesn't sound great. I don't know what the upside of that would be.
Unfortunately, Bomb Man falls over and almost crushes Dr. Light, and when Rock goes to help him out from the rubble...
So long as you don't make fetch happen, the consequences would be disastrous. Yeah, you never make fetch happen.
Bomb Man falls over and almost crushes Dr. Light, and when Rock goes to help him out from the rubble, something that actually kind of shocked me happened. The little... Light, and when Rock goes to help him out from the rubble, something that actually kind of shocked me happened. The little evil spider guy actually got Rock. Help him out from the rubble, something that actually kind of shocked me happened.
Igniting the atmosphere sounds like girl dinner to me. Raven, that kills everyone in the world. That would not be good.
The little evil spider guy actually got Rock, causing him to almost shoot Dr. Light, but then he resists long enough to pull Wiley's spider bot, which he put his logo on, off of his head and shoot it to pieces. Rock becomes the first robot to resist being reprogrammed to do Wiley's bidding basically ever in the entire franchise. Which, granted, it's probably easier than resisting having your code rewritten wirelessly when there's a physical bug that you can shoot and kill, but wait. Which, granted, it's probably easier than resisting having your code rewritten wirelessly when there's a physical bug that you can shoot and kill, but wait. Oh!
It could also reveal a secret path, or it could spell doom for everyone. I wouldn't risk it.
Wait. Oh, it's a bug in their system! Also, can I take this moment to say that this short is beautifully animated? It has a near photorealistic style that manages to capture the spirit of the characters in this futuristic technological world. The few seconds where Mega Man briefly turns Maverick were very reminiscent of similar scenes from Life Hutch. Both shorts featured nice use of colored lighting to emphasize the sci-fi vibes. So now Rock has proven himself worthy.
What happened here?
Sci-fi vibes. So now Rock has proven.
What just happened? What happened here?
So now Rock has proven himself worthy of becoming a.
What happened here?
So now Rock has proven himself worthy of becoming a super fighting robot by being the only one with a working antivirus.
It doesn't matter what I made you for. This is what you were meant for.
And here I had some ethical concerns about sending a robot boy with a mental.
I just got like jump scared hearing my dad talk because I forgot for a second, like, oh right, I had him voice Dr. Light in
It
this.
doesn't matter what I made you for. This is what you were meant for.
And here I had some ethical concerns about sending a robot boy with a mental age of 10 to fight a war all on his own. But now you've convinced me I was just being silly.
Wait, no! When you put it that way.
Too late. You're my only hope.
Again, roll.
I told you, my boy. I don't know who the hell that is.
And so it's time for a badass super suit building montage set to the one song everyone's heard from Mega Man.
I can't decide between if I want to put the Brentofloss version or the Nintendo Capri Sun version of Wily Castle 2 here. I keep flip-flopping in my head. Maybe I'll hold a poll or something. My dad's being a piece of shit in my text again. I'm sorry to hear that.
Close enough. Mega Man catches his iconic helmet and triumphantly teleports away to the top of a random building in a clear homage to the Mega Man 2 title screen, and that's it. That's it? That's it. That's it? Barely scratches 9 minutes counting the opening and closing credits. And this is a streaming show, which means the credits are long as hell anyway. Can we take a look at how long every episode was real quick?
There we go.
Barely scratches 9 minutes counting the opening and closing credits. And This is a streaming show, which means the credits are long as hell anyway. Can we take a look at how long every episode was real quick? Wow.
That's a bit long. We can...
Quick.
I can cut down this part. Yeah, there we go. That should... I don't think that should ruin anything.
Wow. Congratulations, Mega Man, for achieving the secret level speedrun world record.
I really thought they rendered this part. I'm not gonna re-render it because rendering on stream takes way too long.
At 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Just barely beat out Spelunky by 5 seconds. What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to Capcom Town!
Still up that bit. Why is there this long gap?
I mean, yeah.
There we go.
I mean, yeah, it was good. I just wish there was a little bit more here. Yeah, it was good. I just wish there was a little bit more here. It's a real shame that Dr. Wily doesn't make an appearance. He always brings a fun, villainous energy anytime he appears in anything. They didn't even mention his former partnership and subsequent falling out with Dr. Light, which I believe is one of the most compelling character arcs in the classic Mega Man series, and is the inciting incident for everything that happens in it. They didn't even call him Mega Man!
It's the loading screen, it's the loading screen. I can't believe this cartoon is called the loading screen. It's the loading screen,
They didn't even call him Mega Man! Nobody.
Come and take a peep at
even says
and tell me, have you seen all that the load can bring? Just a little something while a cartoon loads. Watch a looping animation that you can behold. All the wonders Coach Z's been talking about. Dope tracks and dope beats, I can offer you that. So much more of Coach Z yet remains to be seen. Yo, Homestar, come and peep this loading screen. Hey, I remember that loading screen. Do you remember
Nobody even says the word mega, not even when talking about his main weapon, the Mega Buster, which appears for like 5 seconds.
It's the loading screen. I can't believe this cartoon is just all the loading screen.
Which appears for like 5 seconds.
It's the loading
They couldn't even put in a throwaway line.
cartoon seriously just all the loading screens? It's the loading screen.
Yeah, this is just a big load, isn't it?
I can't believe this cartoon is just all the loading
Hence,
screens. I like that loading screen. I love that loading screen. I don't like that loading screen.
they couldn't even put in a throwaway line like,
Tap that foot, old homestar.
Who uploading a screen? I am, apparently.
Tap that foot, old homestar one. Tap that foot, tap that foot, tap that foot, old homestar one. Tap that foot, tap that foot, tap that foot. Come on, old homestar.
careful, Rock! In a throwaway line like, careful, Rock! These upgrades will make you mega powerful!
Guess rendering could be considered a loading screen. It could, yeah. In a way.
And also, it didn't have roll. And also, it didn't have roll. Why didn't it have roll? I love roll. The people developing the game love roll. Everyone loves...
Wait, hang on. Where's the... Do I not have that other picture here?
Love roll. The people...
Here we go.
The people developing the game love roll.
Yeah, why does Mega Man get called that when he gets the armor and Buster? It's not like a secret identity or anything. Everyone knows who he is. Because, I mean, I think it's symbolic of, like, the idea that he, like, changes into a new person when he's... When he gets, like, a... It's like a symbol, I think. And also, it sounds really cool.
Roll. Everyone loves roll. Game love roll. Everyone loves roll. So many adaptations don't have her for some reason. Why?
Compartmentalization, yeah, something like that.
Why do so many adaptations of this game forget about the only major female character? They...
It's not Rock killing other robots, it's Mega Man. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, JukeBox, do you remember that sexism is a thing? Artoria, Artoria, are you implying that the video game industry has a problem with sexism? Ha 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 ha.
Yay, Vapor Woman. Yeah, it's Vapor Woman's theme. I like this theme. I'm surprised it took me this long to put something from Dragon Man in this playlist.
So, yeah, that was probably it. I don't know. Shortly after this series wrapped up, a lot of behind-the-scenes material got released for this episode, including concept art, previs, and deleted scenes that point to a different version of this episode than we got. For one thing, instead of Bomb Man, Mega Man was going to be facing off against Gamma from Mega Man 3, the giant peacekeeping robot of destruction that Dr. Light and Dr. Wily collabed on during the brief period where they tried to get back together and save their... No.
I forget what this is again. Oh, this is Hollow Knight Crossroads, yeah. Excuse me.
Shortly after this series wrapped up, a lot of behind-the-scenes material got released for this episode, including concept art, previs, and deleted scenes that point to a different version of this episode than we got. For one thing, instead of Bomb Man, Mega Man was going to be facing off against Gamma from Mega Man 3, the giant peacekeeping robot of destruction.
Huh, today I learned we're getting a Secret Level Season 2. Wait, when was that confirmed? I heard that they wanted to do a Season 2, but... Oh yeah, it was confirmed a lot of that earlier.
That Dr. Light and Dr. Wily collabed on during the
last year. I think I do mention that later.
Mega Man 3, the giant peacekeeping robot of destruction that Dr. Light and Dr. Wily collabed on during the brief period where they tried to get back together and save their marriage. It did. It did not work out. This would explain.
Tragic fumble, thinking a giant peacekeeping robot would revitalize the relationship. Yeah. Happens to the best of us. Okay, I do not remember putting this in here at all. What song is this? One More Nine? This sounds familiar. Was this from Toho? I think it is, yeah. We've been mecha together, does that mean nothing to you? Sorry, Light, you just weren't drift compatible enough.
Did not work out. This would explain why Bomb Man is roughly the size of a colossus instead of a slightly chubby man of average height. 2 leaked deleted scenes included an extended shot of Rock sadly watching the news as the chaos unfolds, and a found footage POV shot of an average citizen trying to escape the robot attacks. Until they get cornered by a truly terrifying...
Wait, excuse me, what?
Until they get cornered by a truly...
Until they get corned? I meant to say cornered. Yeah, I think this is Cerno's theme. We need more Pacific Rim stuff. Why did that become a bigger franchise? That's a really good question. Expensive CGI? Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Terrifying Metal Man. I would be scared if I was in this situation too. I've seen what those metal blades... Man. I would be scared if I was in this situation too. I've seen what those metal blades can do. They cut through steel like butter. Imagine what they can do to human flesh and bones.
Okay. Somewhere else in the project, I have the clip I wanted to put here. Put a white tag here. Cut through stone, they cut through brick. What are you referencing here? I don't understand the bit that you're doing. Oh yeah, here we go. Your dad continues to be an annoying asshole and an asshole in my texts despite knowing I'm at work. That's so annoying. I'm sorry.
Can do to human flesh and bone. Do to human flesh and bones. Okay, I'm imagining it. Bones. Okay, I'm imagining it. Oh. Okay, I'm imagining it. Oh. Okay, stop imagining it. That's weirding me out.
Alright, so yeah, that's the bit that, that's definitely one of the bits that I wrote into the script.
Okay, I'm imagining it. Oh. Okay, stop imagining it. That's weirding me out. I think if these scenes were not cut, the short would have been stronger.
Silly Toria, yeah, she's silly sometimes.
I think if these scenes were not cut, the short would have been stronger for it, and I can't for the life of me understand why they did. If these were not cut, the short would have been stronger for it. And I can't for the life of me understand why they did that. The creators said they needed to fit... Creators said they needed to fit everything into the allotted time slot, but... Why was the Mega Man episode in particular given such a short time slot? But... Why was the Mega Man episode in particular given such a short time slot? Concord twice as much time slot. Concord twice as much time, and that game doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, that's a bit I need to re-record.
Was it just how much money someone was willing to pay for the animation? Why was the budget
Not out of question. This is a tired thing. Oh, this song, I know what you mean. It's that song was Dimensional Drift, I believe, by the Heatley Bros.
And that game doesn't exist anymore. Was it just how much money someone was willing to pay for the animation? Why was the budget divided this way? I don't understand the thought process that went into this project. Why was the budget divided this way? I don't understand the thought process that went into this project. You know where in the video that 8 minutes... You know where in the video that 8 minutes... You know where in the video that 8 minutes and 20-second mark was? Yeah, all the way back there.
Not the one I sang by Xana. I mean, no, that was a different one. It's funny they have the same name. Wait, what has the same name as that song? What?
You know where in the video that 8 minutes and 20-second mark was? Yeah, all the way back there. It's even less time if you take out the intro and end credits. What the heck? There. It's even less time if you take... Take out the intro and end credits. What the heck? Now, when all's said and done...
Oh, forever. It says you're editing it. Oh, I get it. Yeah. That... Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just the pun on this being the 4th editing stream, but yeah, Yeah, I put K's theme in here. It's cool.
Even less time if you take out the intro and end credits. What the heck? Now, when all said and done, there's one final question to answer. Was this episode good? What Was this episode good? Well, yes, but it could have been better. Yes. Well, yes, but it could have been better. We have all the pieces here to make a very compelling Mega Man story. The animation has an appealing style. The animation has an appealing style. Two main characters are perfectly cast and feel like themselves, but it doesn't feel complete. There's clearly a lot more that they wanted to do with this idea that they just weren't given the time to flesh out. It feels less weren't given the time to flesh out. It feels less like a standalone short film and more like the end of Act 1 for a really good Mega Man movie.
She's editing again. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna be editing until this is done. I mean, not today, but I will be. I'm going to finish this video if it kills me. Hopefully it won't kill me though.
It feels less like a standalone short film and more like the end of Act 1 for a really good Mega Man movie. And since there has been a Mega Man movie in development, hell, since 2018, I suspect that might have been the case. As the title implies,
I'm old! Yep, this is that song. I had to put this one in there after my triumphant defeat of Garrison.
might have been the case. As the title implies, it was a good start, but I just can't get over how short it was. Capcom, if it was you that funded this, as the title implies, it was a good start, but I just can't get over. But I just can't get over how short it was. remember how short it was. Capcom, if it was you that funded this thing, why didn't you give it more of a budget to make a longer episode? If it was you that funded this thing, why?
Now it's time for the soapbox part of the episode.
Why didn't you give it more of a budget to make a longer episode?
Imagine holding the rights to Mega Man for an episode of a cartoon, making it shorter than the fucking Concord episode. Just retelling the backstory of MM1 again minus roll. Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, I don't work for a major game company like you guys. I'm just an independent YouTuber, so I can only speculate. But maybe... because you were scared. Scared that putting...
Imagining a JPEG of a soapbox slowly fading into the background of this bit.
I mean, I don't work for a major game company like you guys. I'm just an independent YouTuber, so I can only speculate. But maybe because you were scared. Scared that putting your all into a new installment to your... because you were scared. Scared that putting your all into a new installment to your old series won't be as successful as you want it to be. It's been a while since you last...
This is the song. This is the reason we're all doing this.
It's been a while since you last gave it a try.
No, don't cut out.
It's been a while since you last gave it a try, and since then...
One must imagine a low-res JPEG.
A lot has changed. A lot about you has changed. And a lot about the world has changed. And maybe... part of you is afraid that in this new world, there's no place for the things you used to create. And since then, you've been putting your time into projects that are... changed. And a lot of... there's no place for the... and maybe part of you is afraid that in this new world... there's no place for the things you used to create. And since then, you've been putting your time into projects that are more of a safe bet. to create. And since then, you've been putting your time into projects that are more of a safe bet. But art... But art isn't just about what will make the most money or get the most views and attention. It's about creating something meaningful. It's about creating something meaningful. Even if it just lets someone have fun for a little while, that is meaningful. And sure, that is meaningful. And sure, time has passed, so it might look different than you're used to. Sure, time has passed, so it might look different than you're used to. And maybe the voice you're familiar with will be different. You know. You know, just a little bit. Maybe it won't be a guarantee. Maybe it won't be a guaranteed smash hit, but you'll never know until you try. But you'll never know until you try.
Sorry I'm not speaking a lot right now, but this part is just, you know, personal to me. You know how it is.
Mega Man was never a smash hit when it started out. Frankly, it was a total flop. No thanks to relatively clunky, unfair level design, and infamously... It was a total flop. No thanks to relatively clunky, unfair level design, and infamously terrible box art that mangled the main character so much they brought this version of him back as his own separate character several times. But you gave it another shot at... Gave it another shot anyway, and... But you gave it another shot anyway, and that led to Mega Man 2. Which has been lauded as one of the most legendary games of all time. You put Mega Man on the... You put... You put Mega Man on the map because you weren't discouraged at not getting it right the first time. You got a second chance. Right first time. You got a second chance. And in the landscape of modern streaming services, second chances are hard to come by. Streaming services, second chances are hard to come by. But I think if anything, Secret Level and the Mega Man franchise as a whole deserves a fresh start. Secret Level and the Mega Man franchise as a whole deserves a fresh start.
Yeah, I made it to the end of this part.
Until next time. Until next time. I'm Miss JukeBox 8, and thank you for a wonderful time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a fade out thing on this one. Before I go to the
what
intro.
will be next time, anyways? You're going to keep on reviewing things, right? I mean, in your streams, you can play through every Mega Man game. Do you plan to do something like that for the non-game media? I'm to understand there's quite a lot.
Wait, that was not the right one.
Well, I would love to, but I can only really review this one because it's on stream.
Oh, I put... Oh wait, this isn't the right thing. I thought that was... Yeah, that goes on a different layer. Okay, there we go. That fixed that.
Well, I would love to, but I can only really review this one because it's on streaming. I know how I'm supposed to get any other things like that here in a whole other dimension. Hey, is it just me or did everything just get darker for a second? What the?
Okay, this rotated before.
You
How did I
seeing this
get to
too?
do that?
Yes. What the home is this?
Pick a name, cause we are in a video game. You're a knight, I'm his right, and we'll unite. And we stand together, we fight on test side line. We're blessed to the flames, pray for the fragilest day. We are strong, we are brave. To the grave, we'll die and respawn the next day in a video game. We did it! We got to the end of the video, and I've got all the me's put in where I'm supposed to be. Ruby Spears is a real gift from hell. It's not that bad. It's... Alright. Well, yeah, I am feeling alright. Sorry, I just needed to rest for a second. But, yeah. Thank you everyone for watching me go through this. I finished the part of the stream. I finished placing all my avatars down. Next I'm probably gonna be, choosing what, footage to put on each part, and, you know, stuff like that, and then probably adjusting the location of my, avatar. This has been a really nice stream. Sorry I haven't been talking a lot, but I just really want to get this done, and, you know, well, thank you for watching. I'll, probably take a break here, but I'll see what else I can do for next time. Or maybe I'll even finish the stream, or the video before then. Probably not, though. But yeah, I'm really glad you enjoy these streams. These streams have been helping me a lot. Thanks for being here. Thank you everybody for being here. I love these, and I love that you guys are supporting my projects no matter what they are, you know? I know the direction of my channel can be a bit weird sometimes. I really enjoy doing this. Well, I'll see you all later. Until next time, I'm Miss JukeBox 8, and thank you for a wonderful time. Great stream, thank you. Goodbye, everyone.